Welcome back to the garage here at Basin Motorsports. So today I'm going to get you guys caught up on all the latest happenings in the world of the 1986 Foxbody Mustang known as Gray Lady. So if you guys remember back the last time I had shown you the Mustang, everything had been done up until a point of starting to put the interior back in, right? The wrap had been done up to a good point and it was time to start putting the interior back in. So it took me 2 buckets of soapy water to get the interior wiped out. Now that was inside each of the quarter panels, get as much dirt out on the floor, everything else inside. And then you can see I have started to put the interior back in. So you have floor carpet in there, you have the seats, the rear seats I'm working on right now. One seat is done, so the carpet on the back is brand new. You have a new piece in the hatch. All of it is the same color, which is what is listed as the right color for the 85 to 86 on the interior. The quarter panels are in. There's also a noise damper that goes inside of each of those quarter trim. And in this picture I'll show you, you can just see those are in prior to the quarters going in. Quarter panels are in the back, and if I show you, all of the interior on the front there on the top is in. So you have the old sun visors, you have the dome lamps, the periscope light there, and everything is in complete. Now also one little secret that I'm going to let you guys in on is that I have placed the original broadcast sheet that I got from the car when I pulled out the other carpet. That is going to go back in the footwell, or I guess the rear footwell I should say, beneath the carpet for the new owner. So when they pull up the new carpet for any reason, if they ever need to, they will find the original broadcast sheet, which is kind of a little passing the torch to the next owner. So the next piece on the agenda is going to be to complete the other rear seat, at least the upper portion, before I can get them cleaned, get the front seats cleaned, and then get the front seats put in. So if you guys have never put any of these together where you've replaced these back pieces, this is the new one on top, this is the old one still there. I'll show you a quick tutorial of how to put all this stuff together, how it goes together. It's pretty simple, other than it takes a little bit of patience in order to do. Alright, so to take this off, the first thing I need to do is get this back plastic bezel off. Now there are 3 screws on it, they take a Phillips head, and then you need to also take this handle off, which has 1 screw. Once this handle comes off, take it first, take these 3 screws off, and then this handle needs to kind of go down and up. So this sits behind this little plunger, which is what your seat release is. And I need to push it down and up and under. If I just lift from the back here, I'll show you on the bottom. If I just lift, what happens is this gets caught underneath and it's gonna break right across here. So push down, go up with it, and to get it slightly up and over after you take all the screws out. So once this handle is off, now I need to release the plastic clips that are all along the edge around this to free up this plastic piece, or this cloth. So this cloth itself is stapled to the plastic that is directly underneath it, and that's along the edge. So I need to use just a simple pry tool, and I'm gonna pry where each of these screws is. So now there's a plastic clip on each one, so you can just take your fingers, run it in the side. You can feel where it is. So right here is going to be a clip. You can run your fingers in and you can feel where it keeps tension. And so I need to pop these plastic clips loose. Now since these are 1986 or 1985 versions, they're pretty brittle, so they tend to break. I probably was about half successful of getting the other ones out without being broken to the ones on the other seat that broke. So I expect all of them to break. And if they don't, yay. If they do, well, I have replacements. I bought some from late model restoration, so that will be fine. I need to get all these clips out, and then the staples will come out of the cloth holding it to the plastic, and then I can put on the new piece, and I'll show you how to do that. All right, so here's just kind of to show you the result. As expected, most of them did break coming out. But if I peel this back, you can see where the clips are. They're kind of embedded. down in the edge of the, I guess the front cloth you call it. So these have a plastic liner inside, so you have to kind of peel these up and out. You can push these clips in and out, but you can see they do snap in the sides, and it will go through the new cloth when I put it in. If I spin this around, you can see everything. Most of the top ones that have sat in the sun get very brittle, so they tend to break, which is what's expected, but you can just grab those with a pair of pliers and they will come out. If I continue spinning around, again, most of them did break in one fashion or another. A couple of them did come out, and then that's it. So new clips you buy, you can go through and push these out through the back, down through here, and then you just put the new ones in, and that is pretty easy to do. The new cloth will be taken off. Now this is still stapled along the edge. There's no glue on it, or if there is, maybe that's what the powder is, but I think that's just the foam that has gotten bad. Ooh, a little stain there. But yeah, so I just need to pull off this carpet now. You can go ahead and staple it if you want to. It's not a requirement when you put the new ones on, but if you feel like you can or you should, you're welcome to do that. Otherwise, it fits down in there just fine. And I'll show you how to, once I get this taking off and get all these clips out of there, I'll show you how to put the new one on. It's pretty simple without the staples. With the staples, yeah, it's just one extra step. All right, there's a look at the seat with the cloth taking off. So if I just show you, this is the piece that came off right there. As expected, a lot of the clips broke, but they all came out easily. Now, there's going to be a little bit of residue here. I think probably either the carpet disintegrates over time through just kind of drying out in the sun, but that needs to be cleaned. So I will clean that with just some Windex or some wash there. The extra clips are what's in the bag. Those go inside the edge on the material, and then I will grab the other piece here. I'm going to take out the punched piece, is what the handle goes in, and I'm going to put this on there, then put the handle back in, which holds the material in place, and then I'll show you kind of how I go through, punch the holes in, and get it all secured down. All right, so the next piece after you've gotten everything taken apart and cleaned up, show you here. Obviously the hardboard is cleaned. I have all the black clips now replaced with the new ones. Next piece is to get your new piece of carpet that goes on laid on here. So now these are punched out where the handle goes. These are punched out already. They're going to have a couple tabs in there to make sure that these don't fall out, so you'll probably just have to run like a razor blade down the side just to kind of get that extra cut to get the piece out. Once it's out, you'll lay your carpet down on your board. So there again, there's the hardboard underneath. You'll lay it down. You'll obviously know your handle goes where the cutout is, and then you can put your plastic handle cover, your bezel, whatever you want to call it, back on. Now, it's going to have some wiggle room in there because you have nothing holding it together other than this bottom screw. So once you get the handle put on, you can put these top two screws in, and they're not really doing anything other than this carpet piece is cut wider than the opening. So you know that there's a little bit of wiggle room. The bottom screw right here is really what holds it down. So before you screw it down, make sure that this is balanced side to side. So you can kind of pull up, you can feel with your fingers to make sure there's an approximate equality between each side. And then on the bottom. So if, flip this over, the bottom piece here, you want to see that it's not skewed, right? So that it's even all the way across. You want to make sure before you start clipping it in that it's even. And if it's not, it'll have some adjustment. So you can see a little corner here and a little corner there. It's in pretty good shape to be even. Now I can start to put in my sides. So with this, there are holes where the plastic clips go in the side. I typically fold the carpet down, punch through it with a pair of scissors, and then kind of water it out a little bit. And then you put in your black plastic clip through the carpet into the hole in the black plastic substrate. Now it's going to just barely go in a little bit, and then I take a hammer and I give it a good whack to really get it to insert itself, and then they typically don't come out. So I do those one by one before I did the sides. So I start at the bottom here to the sides at the top on each side, and then I started folding the material underneath the edge. So this will go down in there because it's got overhang. It'll go down in and just go clip by clip. I typically like the bottom edge to the top on the sides, and then I try to do the corner and work myself into the center, because the center is a lot easier. It's a lot more flexible, but these corners are a real booger to get in. And then just be patient. Remember, you're going to have to squeeze it in together to get those to go in, and just take it piece by piece. It's going to suck, I'm going to tell you, because everything's fresh and new, and just take some time, and don't be afraid to give it too hard of a whack with a hammer. You're not going to break this material. I'm using a 3-pound sledgehammer because it doesn't take a lot of effort to get it to push everything in, but that's all it takes. All right, there's going to be the finished product. Everything is in, all the clips are in, everything is even. So if I can show you the bottom edge there, everything looks even, so it's going to be nice and square to everything else. You got all the edges tucked in, handles back on, everything looks good. And now I can show you next to the carpet. Here's the new pieces for the hatch and all the other pieces that go together. So those are a matched kit, so they will match color-wise at least. And then there is the new carpet in the floor main there that I need to finish up. You see the seat belts between the console there, or next to the console, are missing, and I need to get the other seats in. So at this point, we're definitely making progress. Obviously, the interior is pretty close to back in. I need to spend some time with my upholstery cleaner, getting the seats scrubbed down, really. They're old, they're original, they're 86s. I'm not replacing the main pieces of the upholstery. That was never in the ballpark or the game plan. So I need to get the main seats brought up. I need to get them hit with the upholstery cleaner, and the fronts of these and the rear seat bottom need to be done also, and then just get the interior buttoned up. Once the seats go in, I can definitely put in the door panels, and then start finishing up with just the rest of the interior, the wrap, the rest of the painting. It's been getting good. It's been like 50s in the afternoon, so it's definitely in the realm that I can squeak by with some painting a little bit. And yeah, I can kind of show you there. We are definitely getting there, aren't we? Definitely getting there. The interior is almost back together. So maybe, I'm not even going to jinx it. I'm not going to give you a timeline, but soon. I feel like we're making good progress. So that's it. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. You know the extra stuff. Hit the bell notification. You got this. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed putting together this 86 Mustang. It's going to be a nice runner for somebody that buys it and enjoys the heck out of it. So that's it for this time. We'll see you next time. Thanks for stopping by.